We're back. Welcome to the eSports Report presented by Xbox, the official console of MLG. We're going straight into the brackets. Here's your winner's bracket. Mine is going to be the best. We have 12 minutes left to talk, I'm told.
You've had
the
so
fastest
many
I've ever heard
Red
you talk.
Bulls. So many
never
Red
heard you
Bulls.
talk that fast.
I know.
That was amazing.
I just got really excited. No, I was just going to see if we could speed through it, but let's take some time and set up our graphics here.
Right.
What are we going to next, Max? We introduced all of our pools.
Yep.
We showed everyone who's playing this weekend. What's next for us?
So, after I said some dumb stuff, made some dumb predictions.
You did?
We're going to look at all of our winners brackets.
Epsilon wins Group D.
That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. Puckett, we're going to start with your winners bracket first.
Yes.
Pull that up on screen. Now, you can just run through and talk about this because, I mean, the fact that you have Epsilon here is just
So
nuts.
the craziness is that I said Epsilon finishes top of their pool. That puts them at the bottom of the bracket. And Optic Nation against Optic Gaming in round one. I love Optic Nation. I like all the guys on Optic Nation, but there's no way they beat Optic Gaming. Enigma 6 versus Denial. This one I was torn. Because Denial, I can see panicking if things don't go well, if they're, just getting out SMG'd. How do they adapt? Enigma 6, Parasite, you know how confident he is coming into this event. But I still have to go with the number 3 seed. I think Denial gets through based on Search and Destroy. They've been phenomenal in it from all of the matches I've cast. FaZe versus Isolation. With their normal squad, Isolation gives FaZe a much better run for their money. A lot of people say God RX is better than Llama God. I don't know if that's true. We'll find out this weekend, but I think FaZe would make it 3-1 over ISO, who had second in their group. And then Envious. I think Envy doesn't beat Optic Gaming, but they get second in their group. They get gifted either Optic Nation or Epsilon. I think Envy should be able to beat both of those squads and make it to round two. In my semifinals, Optic Gaming, Denial. I didn't even give Denial a map. I think Optic Gaming makes a statement in that game one, carries it into Search and Destroy, and game number 3, Uplink. Optic Gaming, I mean, they're winning when Krim only gets 9 kills. What are they going to do when he's on land without any issues? Then you got FaZe and Envy. This is probably one of the best matches of the weekend. I think you see Octane versus Clayster. You see the aggression from Aqua going up against Zuma. This one goes the distance. Game 5, round 11. FaZe takes it, though, before losing to Optic Gaming in a Game 5 of their own. The key for that matchup, though, if FaZe doesn't win game number 1, it's a 3-1, not a 3-2. Overall, my winner's bracket for Optic Gaming. Regardless, I have OG going the distance. I got FaZe, Envy, Denial, and Optic Gaming in my top 4 of the winner's bracket.
Makes sense. I think all of us have that top 4. Maven, let's check out your winner's bracket next because
I think we have different top 4s, don't we?
Actually, yeah, your top 4 is completely different.
Go ahead, Maven.
Oh my God,
What's up? All right, so we're going through my winners. Round 1. Optic Gaming versus TCM. I put it to a 3-1. I think the duo will manage to steal a game somewhere, probably the S&D, but I don't see a sweep. X is not getting swept. Enigma 6 Denial is my next one. There I do have a sweep. I think Denial is going to take out Enigma 6. Mostly it just comes down to the fact that Enigma 6 is not a proven team for me yet. I have to put my faith in the side that is Denial. They've started out very good in the Season 3 League. I think it's going to carry over well to land. Next, I have FaZe Isolation. Kind of echo a bit what Chris said, but I don't know what to expect from Isolation with the new squad. I don't think they'd beat FaZe with any type of Isolation squad. That's just how much faith I have in FaZe, but I took FaZe 3-1. Envy Elevates. This was the closest one I had. I don't know why I didn't pick this 3-2 in Elevate's favor, but I went 3-1. I think Elevate is a very stacked team. I think Envy is as well, but I'm going to give that series to Elevate. Now, moving forward to semifinal. I have Optic Gaming versus Denial. I thought about a 3-0.
Boom.
I realized I was too much of a baby to do it, so I went 3-1. Optic Gaming over Denial. On the other side, FaZe Elevate. I went with a lot of 3-1s. Like, I really am just a sensitive Sally that's not able to pick 3-0.
You're only 3-0. You say Enigma 6 wins 0 games.
Yeah, and then every other one is 3-1. Well, I am just not fun at these. All right, so I have FaZe over Elevate 3-1. This one I do think will be a very good series, though, too. I think all the games will be very close. I think in my top 8, I have FaZe and Elevate 2-3. So this one will be a good one. I then have Optic Gaming, FaZe, winner's bracket final. I have this one going the distance. 5 games, Optic takes it. I do have them re-meeting then, joining up again in the final. I I think the only reason that FaZe pushed them to a second best of 5 was because that was their first event back with Karma. I don't think you're going to have any UMG Cali-like magic. I think Optic Gaming is able to take this one a lot easier. I took a 3-1 over FaZe in the final.
All right. You're going Game 5 in the winners final. I like that.
Yeah, Game 5 winners final. I don't know why I think it'll be a 5-game winners final and a 4-game final, but you know what? That's what my heart tells me, Chris.
No, makes sense.
I like your heart, Maven. All right,
I like it too. I'm glad it's still pumping.
That's Maven's. It's not nearly as accurate as mine because it doesn't have Epsilon in that first round, but let's go to Max's.
I'm off my rocker with this. Okay, Maven, I also have OG versus TCM round 1. I also have OG winning 3-1, so I do think you covered me there. Then, Enigma 6 versus Denial. Shocker, Enigma 6 beat Denial 3-1.
Not a shocker, but definitely possible.
Well, I mean, I'm the only
Well,
person
I
who
had a
have
3-0, so you're drinking something different than I am.
I'm not, maybe. Anyway, I'm really high on this Enigma 6 squad. I'm really excited to see how they perform this weekend. Really excited to see Parasite and Provy team up with General and M. Ruiz. Moving on, I have FaZe versus Team Caliber. That should be a 3-0. There's no question about it. That should just be, thank you, next round. Next, Team Envious versus Optic Nation. This will probably be one of the best series to watch in Winners Round 1. I had this one going to a Game 5 with the Envy pulling it off in S&D, just like it happened in the Pro League. Moving on to Winners Round 2, Optic Gaming versus Enigma 6. That's going to be a 3-0.
3-0?
Yep. I mean, after Enigma 6 beat Denial 3-1, they get to OG, and OG just handled it. So, OG are not going to play any games this event. I feel like they need to come out and just completely dominate.
I can't wait for OG to lose in the first round, and we are all screwed.
I'd be so happy. I'd be so happy
Oh,
just to, like, see it mix stuff up. Like, as much as, you know, I unbiasedly, Formal and I are boys. I've known him for a long time. Part of me roots for Optic, but would I love to see them just get smashed round 1, have to battle back through losers? Hell yes.
Yeah, so, I mean, that's my winners semifinal round 1. And then semifinal 2, FaZe versus Envy. I have FaZe taking that one over Envy 3-1. Really, really like what I see out of the Red Militia with this roster. And then, I mean, I think you all copy me because I said OG will win in the winners finals 3-2. Should have no problem there. But it'll be a best of 5. It'll go all the way to
Do we all have OG FaZe final?
OG FaZe final and winners final, yeah. So 3-2 for my winners final as well. But, I mean, I'm going to hold off on my grand final score because you guys...
Our top 8 mixes up a lot.
We're all so brave, guys. We all said it's going to be 3-2 FaZe Optic Gaming in the winners final.
Oh, yeah. We're all so brave.
So let's go to the lower brackets here, the losers brackets. Let's skip ahead just to losers round 3. So this is really our top 16. This is where stuff starts to get interesting.
What a pretty bracket.
I assume this is me.
That is you. Puckett, you are the first one.
All right. I feel great about this one then. Vex XGN. Vex. I thought that was kind of a massive upset. If you look at just kind of the level of...
Wow.
Let's base it off of Twitter followers. Vex has maybe 2% of XGN's Twitter followers, and they still get the win. Then they face off against Epsilon, and it's good news.
That's the worst argument I've ever
That was the worst thing I've ever... Yeah,
I just watched Vex, and this is a team that actually knows what they're doing.
Okay.
They get a little sporadic and panicky when the pressure's on them, but I don't think it will be. I think they win the first hard point against XGN, just having better slaying as a squad, and I think they're able to go on past that. Then they lose to Epsilon. Can't compete there roster to roster. I think we saw that kind of playing out at relegation. TCM, really low in the bracket. Same thing with Team Caliber. This is a fight for just top 12. And I think Aches and TP alongside Jerd should be able to get the job done against Sharp and the rest of this TK lineup that's having all kinds of problems. Keeping going down to this top 16, VVV Rise Nation. Close fight. VVV wins Game 5 in Search and Destroy, which is really surprising because they stunk at relegation Search and Destroy. Then you have Orbit versus Elevate. I think Elevate, I don't know why I put them at number 4, trolling myself and the rest of my bracket. They should be able to get by not only Orbit, they would also then have to upset E6 before playing Isolation. And I just went all out. I said Elevate will crumble somehow as Isolation will beat them in both hard points.
Wow.
3-1. ISO plays Denial before getting dumped on. Optic Nation's the other squad that I think is going to be able to make a nice run. Playing TCM, I think Nation versus TCM, that's a really close matchup. Then you have Nation versus Epsilon. Epsilon might be shaky at this point. I could see them still going through, but I think Optic Nation learns from what happened in pool play, should play Envy, and then we'll see Envy versus Denial before Denial beats Envy to face off against FaZe, and it's FaZe who goes on to the championship match for the rematch against Optic Gaming. Basically, I wanted to call as many upsets as possible. Maven, UMG is starting, so let's real quick breeze through yours. Break it down for me, buddy.
Where am I starting?
You're starting top 16.
Third round?
Losers
Okay.
3. Go.
All right. So I had Epsilon TK to start this one. I took Epsilon over TK. On the other side, XG and Vex. I guess I went the opposite with you. I went with the Twitter followers. I took XGN in that one. I then had Epsilon moving on to play against TCM. I love Swanee more than I love any individual in the entire world. But I had to take TCM in this one. I think they're going to be the stronger team.
Wow.
I had Enigma 6 then on the bottom taking out XGN. That will leave TCM versus Enigma 6. This one was tough for me, but I do end up going with TCM in that. They'll move on to face Elevate. I have Elevate beating TCM in that. Now, on the bottom side of the lower bracket, came down to what? VVV versus Rise Nation. Oh, God, no. I typed something wrong here. No, I did it right. VVV versus Rise Nation. I took Rise in that one. It was then Optic Orbit. Optic Nation versus Orbit. I took Orbit over Optic Nation in the round of 16.
You did.
Oh, my God. I just remembered that I did that.
You're making power moves, buddy.
Any Optic fans that are watching,
I'm sorry.
suck it.
Suck it.
3-0, Orbit. Nation's getting top 16. Oh, that hurts because they're a solid squad. I then have Nation losing to ISO. Orbit will fall to Envy. That's going to lead to the ISO-Envy matchup. I had Envy taking that one. I'm glad I picked that because now knowing that ISO has a sub. Then I'll come down to Denial Envy. I have Denial taking out Envy. That'll lead to the Denial Elevate series. Now, this is probably the hardest one for me to pick in all of the losers bracket. I end up going with Elevate. I think this series will be ridiculous. I have it going 5 games. I think this will be an absolute battle. But that'll lead to your losers bracket final between Elevate and FaZe, and then I think we're all on the same page here. Where
wow,
I just think there's Optic Gaming, there's FaZe, and then there's everybody else kind of right now for me when it comes to that top 8 finish. So
top
FaZe
3 Elevate.
The chat says, "What the hell? Maven is clueless."
No, he's not.
And then they are loving that you told them to suck it, Maven. Elevate versus FaZe. Who comes through?
FaZe.
FaZe.
Okay, good.
But you have Elevate finishing top 3. That's kind of a big deal. Max, real quick, break it down. Just give us the highlights of this one. You don't have to go match by match.
All right. I mean, really here, you got TCM versus Elevate for top 12. Elevate are going to take out TP, Aches, and the boys from over in EU. Let's see, down here, ON, I had them beating ISO, and then I had them beating TK as well. But then they fall to Envious for top 6. Top 4. So I have a top 8 finishing for Optic Nation.
I can tell you the stream's live because I just got 42 tweets telling me there's no sound.
Okay,
yeah, it's very true.
Let's see. Otherwise,
let's keep talking because our sound guys were. What's up,
Xavier?
Xavier?
I have Epsilon losing in top 16 to Isolation. Perfect sense. I think Epsilon are bad. Vex, I took XGN.
They're not bad. Take it back.
Take it back. Tell Swanee he's nice.
I like Swanee. He's better teammates.
I'm going to go ahead and tweet Swanee right now saying Max said you're bad.
No, I know. He's the best player on that team.
Wow.
He needs better teammates.
That's not what I heard.
He needs better teammates. XGN, I went with the Twitter follows as well. Then, they fall to Denial. My top 8, really, after that, going top 6, I have Enigma 6 beating Denial again, which is absolutely nuts. And then they face up against Envy in the loser semis for a chance to go against FaZe.
We have very different views on lots of stuff. I like this.
Oh, it's fantastic.
This is probably, I feel like, the most... outside the top 2, our 3 through 8 are just wildly different.
Oh, it's great. And now it's not like, stunner hype train with Matt back at Orlando, but I got FaZe against Envy for top 3. FaZe take that one 3-1 pretty easily. And OG FaZe, we can't disagree with that.
OG FaZe, we all 3 just went the easiest route possible.
Yep.
And said FaZe is making it to play against Optic Gaming, probably because it's the matchup we all want to see. You guys in the chat would agree with that one. Here's the final championship bracket for me. We'll show you Mavens as well. I had Denial finishing 3rd, Envy finishing in that 4th spot. Maven, He, of course, had FaZe versus Optic Gaming in the grand finals as well. Thinks it'll be a 3-1, with Elevate finishing third and Denial finishing fourth. And Max, young Maxwell,
3-0 in the final.
3-0 final, the least epic conclusion to a tournament ever, with Envy getting 3-0'd by FaZe to finish third, and Enigma 6 finishing top 4.
Top 4. Watch it.
That's impressive
That's
stuff.
the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard.
What's more ridiculous, Stunner top 8 or Enigma top 4? Or Optic Nation?
Enigma top 4
Enigma
is too
top
wild.
4 is
Or what about Optic Nation top 8 back at UMG Orlando?
Well, I mean, to be fair, I have Optic Nation like top 24 right
You
now,
do.
so.
Fantastic.
You do. And keep in mind, they've only beat the 9th, 10th, and 11th best teams.
I don't even know how that happened because I don't think they're a much better team than that. It's just how my thing broke down. I think maybe I'm just a little higher on Orbit than I should be. If they even match up Orbit there. I mean, to be fair, that round I have them losing, they could be playing just about anyone.
Anyone, yeah.
Didn't Orbit beat Optic Nation at the relegation tournament?
I think so.
No, they didn't play.
Yeah, I
Who
think
beat
Orbit's a
Nation?
strong team, man.
Nation lost to
They could be playing anyone in that spot.
ISO. They lost to ISO after beating Synergy. 100%.
Your brain's a lot smarter
ISO
than
in
mine.
like the 5th
100%.
Sometimes.
game 5, round 11 or something.
If we got our top 8s, let's throw them up here, Chandler. Here's mine. It's the best.
No, they beat ISO because it was Orbit. Yeah, they beat ISO because it was an Orbit Epsilon winners bracket final.
Right, no, but I'm saying losers bracket.
Yeah, losers bracket they must have lost.
Yes, it's yes.
All right. Top 8s here. I got Epsilon. Maven's got Isolation. And Max is the only one who has Team Caliber finishing higher than 12.
All right. Well, okay. We've always counted out TK on bracket shows, and they end up doing well. That's something we always
Very true.
have happen.
Very true.
But Epsilon top 8, I don't know what you're going on.
Screenshot this, guys. Make sure to remind Max of how awful his picks are and how
Amazing.
high on Epsilon I was, because I'm the only one who has Epsilon in the top 8.
No, I like that though. Like I want Epsilon in the top 8. Like I would love for them to be in the top 8.
Right?
That'd make me happier than any little happy man's ever been happy.
Elevate, Maven has as high as 3. Max and I have them finishing out in 7th. Isolation, Max doesn't even have them in the top 8. I think people will be surprised by GodRx. I think they have potential to make it into the top 8 based on the bracket that I put together, which had no idea which teams will actually come through the open bracket, but still has a massive effect on everything that will happen. Optic Nation in my top 5, nowhere in Maven's top 12, and you have them at number 5 as well, Max.
Yep, I'm happy with Optic Nation.
I probably screwed up.
Yeah, you did. You have TCM finishing 5th.
I'm fine with that one. I think TCM finishing 5th is very, very realistic.
Really?
Yeah, I can see TCM.
You don't
finishing
understand the
5th, 6th.
Aches and TP when they recombine.
No, I understand.
I
understand. Maybe I don't understand.
It's like Joseph and Mary combined to make Lord Baby Jesus, and they're gonna get into the top 5. Maxwell, I can guarantee it, Maxwell, that they will be in the top 5.
You look like Ricky Bobby. Like I don't know what to do with my hands right now. What do I do?
We're doing your hands on screen right now, Maven. It is quite fun.
What,
How big is your footlong?
TCM played real good.
TCM, Baby Jesus, Joseph and Mary.
Shake and bake.
Who is
Shake and bake.
Mary, Maven?
Shake and bake with me right now. Shake and bake.
Listen, we're gonna shake and bake it. Then we're gonna double shake and bake it. Then we're gonna bring it back around. We're gonna shake and bake it again.
No, he just denied me the shake and bake.
I don't even know how do you even do it.
It's just a pound, isn't it?
I don't know.
Shake and
I
bake.
can't see you.
Yeah.
No, it's just a pound. I went for a pound and he denied me the pound.
I did. It was a pound denial. Do you know why? Because your top 4 are awful. Let's show it to you one more time, guys. Here are Max's predictions. Honestly, Max might have the most accurate predictions because Maven and I just had a few drinks when filling out our bracket. I'm pretty confident with my top 4, though. Envy, Denial, FaZe, and Optic Gaming. That's my final 4, and it's because all of these squads finish in your top 1 or 2 in the pool. So everything that else happens lower in the losers bracket doesn't really affect my top 4, where I got Zany. Maven, you have Elevate, Denial, FaZe, and Optic Gaming. Elevate and FaZe, those are the 2 teams really switched out. You have Enigma 6 as that strange 4th.
Watch out.
I'm really confident in my top 4. I feel very, very good about my top 4.
That spider, that Enigma 6 spider, it's going to come for them. It's going to come for that top 4.
Yeah, I don't even start with that icon.
You know that Enigma 6 spider.
We're not going there.
I feel pretty good about this bracket show, guys. I feel like we educated the viewers. Everyone's smarter now.
I got dumber.
Max made some powerful predictions. I based my predictions on anti-Twitter followers. And Maven is frozen. Maven, any final words before we let you go?
He was very still.
I thought you were dead for a minute.
No, I'm like a statue. I was reading Twitter. No, I'm really, really excited for this weekend, though. I feel like, despite the fact that every now and then you have a little bit of hiccup at UMG, like right now we don't have any sound, but I'll tell you what.
Sounds overrated.
When it comes down to it, there is always, no matter what, when you have open bracket events, there is some sort of excitement, something you don't expect, some team that breaks into the top 8 that you're not ready for. I love UMGs. I think it's going to be a fantastic weekend. And I don't know. My biggest thing is just trying to find that team that I think is going to come out of nowhere. And I didn't really pick one in my top 8. I wanted to.
You said TCM.
You said TCM.
I guess
I think
TCM would be my biggest dark horse pick, I suppose, even though I think that's pretty realistic. But
And I think you're pretty high on Orbit. You had Orbit in your top 12, and we don't even know if they'll make it through the open bracket.
It's true. Well, if Orbit doesn't make it through the open bracket, I'm going to sit Burns down, and we're going to have a long talk.
All right. Well, we're going to have to find out what's going to happen. A lot of people in the chat still showing love to TK. They think we're crazy for not putting him in our top 8 with Max.
Yes. Well, I'm crazy for putting
I haven't seen anything out of them yet that would make me think they could make the top 8. When they do, I'll tell you what, viewers, I will put them in the top 8.
I think it'll be Theory. Theory got to look out for on that squad.
Right.
Guys, that is going to do it for our bracket show. One more time, here are our final 8. Make sure you go check out the UMG stream. And remember, Fridays are when you figure out how to fix everything for the rest of the weekend. I'm sure they'll get that sound up and running for you guys in just a few moments. Our final 8 in the commercial. Maven, thank you for joining us. This is Max,
Bye, Maven.
the writer of the ESR. Don't follow him on Twitter. I refuse to tweet his name. We'll catch you next time.
Shake and bake.